G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 20 of our Wolves career mode here on Dylan on the Ball. Can you believe we've made it to 20 episodes? I haven't got bored quite yet. Incredible. And for those of you still clicking on the videos, cheers, really, I guess, is the first bit. For today's video, we will be taking on the Champions League absolute superpowers of Real Madrid. They are coming to the Molineux in the 5th game of the group stage. You'll come to see where we're at with that in just a moment, but this is shaping up to sort of just about decide where we finish in the group table. Before we get through to that one though, we have just the 3 games to show you. First of those games was our return leg against Sparta. It started off with a great defense splitting pass from Ross Barkley, and then the most underwhelming of finishes. I just tried to sort of just place it to the side of the keeper. I know Daniel Podence was sort of sprinting in onto his left. I didn't want to overpower it, and it ended up being entirely underwhelming. But we'll take the 1-0 lead. It is what it is. Then it was Ruben Vinagre coming through into the box, firing a shot away, which was saved right into the path of Trincao. Easiest finish he'll have all season, possibly. Though he made it as hard as possible by going with his weak foot. I don't know. Just a bit of adding a bit of flair to that one to put us up 2-0. They then got one back. I can't remember the bloke's name. It was something hard to pronounce. But he just dribbled it along the baseline. Nobody put a foot on the ball, and Jose Sarr did the limbo. As you see here, he tried to get under it. He matrixed. It was kind of disgusting. Haraslin, that was his name. Sorry. 2-1. Then into added time at the end of the game. A little reverse pass from Trincao through to Fabio Silva for 3-1, our 3rd win out of 4, putting us up to 10 points from our 4 fixtures. Fabio Silva grabbing himself another goal off the bench. Another thing that you absolutely love to see. We then hosted Leeds in the Premier League, and after a swift counter-attack, it was Ismaila Sarr tapping that one into an empty net. It just sort of fitted, I thought, kind of nicely with the move we had done to knock that one across. I don't usually like doing that one unless there's a good reason, but that one just felt natural to put that one across for 1-0. Not long after 35 minutes, it was Raul Jimenez from a corner. A nice guided header, ball swung in by this beam that's in our road. Jimenez gets himself into enough room to power a header down away from Meslier, who dives about an hour late. Can't do anything to stop it becoming 2-0. It was then 3-0. Pedro Neto, with all his pace on the counter, took it down to the byline, cut it back for Jedson Fernandez, who sort of, I think you'll see an angle from behind him here, he just sort of slices through the ball a little bit. Gets that sort of backspin, maybe? I'm not sure what to call it. What it is, though, is 3-0. That was then 3-1, as Leeds actually decided to cross the ball. The amount of times I've criticised the other teams in FIFA for not crossing the ball, and this Leeds side were actually doing it. It was actually quite difficult to defend a lot of the time. Especially this one where Jack Harrison picked out a great cross for Rodrigo to make it 3-1 and put him back in the game. We did put it to bed though. It was Fabio Silva again off the bench. Simple finish after Sarr crossed it all the way across to, I think that was Pedro Neto on the right maybe? Something like that. Who laid it across to Fabio Silva, who had a simple tap in. We went then to Bournemouth. You'll see these are a bit different highlights, and that's because there was just too many goals. Starting off with Yusuf Poulsen getting on the end of a Daniel Podence cross. He did very well to get around his man and power the header past the keeper there. Not much. I think it was the former PSV keeper, Jerome Zoe, whatever his name is. Anyway, what is this is a loser, because he left that one go for 1-0. Not too long thereafter, Poulsen again with a first time finish, this time placing it nicely down the side of the keeper. Good little through ball, right into his path, nicely weighted so that he could walk right onto that one. And place it past the keeper for 2-0. Poulsen then completed his hat-trick with an absolute howitzer, an absolute belter. Played a little 1-2 with the midfielder there, then first time put everything he had through that ball, putting it right into the top corner for a hat-trick in next to no time. I think it was possibly 19 minutes or something like that. Might be wrong. Then with 23 minutes on the clock, it got even better. An absolute insane start to the game. 23rd minute in, and we're up 4-0. 4 goals for Yussuf Poulsen, this time from a corner. Too much power on the header. Great leap, great neck strength to power that past the keeper. They got one back here. It was, I think it's Lewis Cook, maybe? Sort of plays a bit of a 1-2 with Jose Sar's knee or something. Sort of fires it into him, and then the ball just nicely lands back at his feet to do the easy job that he made look difficult by nearly missing an open goal for 4-1. Then, as we thought we had made it to half-time, not quite. It was 4-2. This time, that fella on the left, his name was Dembele. I'm not sure which Dembele it is, but he gave us all sorts of problems. This time, he got the assist for the main man up front, who was able to slide that one past Jose Sá for 4-2. It was then 5-2. Johnny lifted 1-2 around the penalty spot, where you know who, Yussuf Poulsen, grabbed his 5th goal of the game. Not too many strikers have done that. I can only think of a few, like Cole, Shearer, Aguero, maybe one like Andy Cole or something like that. Maybe a Berbatov. I'm not sure. Anyway, then we gave them a goal just to make it a little nicer on them. It was 5-3. William Saliba intercepted well, but then gave it straight back to them. I didn't even look at the replay. Then, with time winding down, Matasiwa, great interception, then just powered his way through into the box to make it 6-3. Those two results in the Premier League have us up in first. Still just by the 4 points over Manchester City. We've played 12, won 10, which has been an absolute incredible start. We're starting to get up there with our goals against, but as with last year, I guess, our goals for is just above and beyond, head and shoulders above the rest. As for the Champions League, going into this big one against Real Madrid, we are on 10 points, Real Madrid on 9, Marseille on 2, so that does mean that both Real Madrid and ourselves are already through with 2 games to play. So in theory, we could go with a rotated side and maybe try and focus on maintaining our lead at the top of the league, but I think that'd be a bit lame. I kind of want to win the group. And give ourselves the best chance of playing, hopefully, a side that we're going to progress against in the round of 16. And with the quality that this Real Madrid side possess, that is not going to be an easy feat. Let's get to the lineups. So our Wolves side will be Sá, Semedo, Cody, Roman Says, Vinagre, midfield of Dendoncker, Barkley and Neves, a front 3 of Neto, Jimenez and Ismail Assar. Quite a strong lineup, the only changes are Vinagre and Sace coming in, and I guess it's sort of a bit of a toss-up between Sá and Podence at this point, so hoping for a good display from our side. As for Real Madrid, it is Courtois in goals, a backline of Carvajal, Militao, Nicolas Sula and Luke Shaw, midfield of Kroos, Goretzka and Casemiro, and front 3 with Benzema as the false 9, Rodrigo on the right, and Eden Hazard. I assume it's Eden, it might be Thorgan, I'm not sure. Do remember from last year they did have Erling Haaland on the bench, so I'm sort of wary of that sort of late kick they might have. But I'm also quietly confident. I mean, we beat them in their on their home turf, and for whatever reason they don't have Vini, which I remember being quite a concerning feature of their attacking play, especially on the counter with all his pace. Not saying that we'll have an easy go of it, but we can only but try. Alrighty then, as our players walk out onto the Molineux for this Champions League fixture against Real Madrid, I'll just remind you to please leave a like down below, comment what you're thinking of the series, what you thought of the highlights earlier. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying the video, if you'd like to see where the season takes us, who we get in the round of 16 and all that glory. And don't forget to follow us on the socials, they are down in the description below, plenty happening on those. Real Madrid kick off here, and that's not what we like to see here on Dylan on the Ball. We like to, I guess as the name might suggest, be on the ball, but we've won it back early, quite easily off Hazard, I think it was. We'll bring it forward and hopefully have something at the end of it. Like a go for never. It's no. Awful. Oh dear. Like he's meant to be the one who's good at that sort of stuff. God help the rest of us, I guess. Early on, a bit of a weird start from Real Madrid. That playing out from the back there was interesting, I guess, is one word for it. And we've got Vinagre overlapping, but not really able to do much with the cross. And they'll run away here with Goretzka, or they'll look to, but then just give the ball away. Bizarre, but we'll take those. Oh, is he on? No. My goodness. Good start early from us. Oh, and Courtois gave us the ball. I thought I'd just try and nip in at the near post or something, but Militao was well placed for that one. Penning them back early. I'm a bit wary of any counter-attack coming, but we're positive start here. Although the same probably could have been said for Chelsea and PSG in the last couple of rounds of the Champions League, and I guess we all know how those went. Hopefully no repeats of that. I suppose the stakes are a little lower here, so maybe we might get away with one. We've got Ross Barkley in the box. Open wide. My goodness. I couldn't believe my luck. I thought I was just astounded that he was that open. And the form that Ross Barkley has showed here at Wolves, thinking there's got to see either a masterful save or the net bulging, but neither. Oh, but he's got another go here. He'll just run into the box, and this time it's a goal. I'm not sure how that's gone through Courtois' hands. I don't know what happened there. I also don't know what happened with their back line, which was a bit disgusting. So we won the ball back from, I guess, the goal kick or the clearance or something, and then none of them could stay with Ross Barkley, who just, nothing fancy, nothing exciting, just ran the ball straight through. And Courtois just had a shocker. He's just missed it. There's no other way of describing it. He's had an absolute shocker. I hope that doesn't awaken some sort of beast in Real Madrid, because they have been horrendous for the opening exchanges. Really, it's been akin to that of the Brentford, what's it? Bournemouth match with Poulsen getting 4 in 20 minutes. Oh, they are forward here though, so maybe this is that them showing that the beast is awakened. No, good save this time by Jose Sa. He tried the same, crap, I guess, that he tried against Sparta Prague, where he ducked under the ball. Fortunately, it was Eden Hazard, I think it was, with the attempt that was less than perfect. Oh, unlike that touch. Oh, the touch to take him away from Toni Kroos there was pretty elite. Just then the pass just maybe wasn't firm enough or something like that. Oh, and it's Benzema. Oh, usually when it's Benzema in the Champions League, you know what the end result will be. This time, as he danced, just getting himself enough room away from Connor Cody, Jose Sa was able to pull off the big one. But that is more like it from Real Madrid, and less like it from us. Although we've won the corner, and we might be able to do something here with Ismail Assar. Oh, that's overhit for what I was wanting anyway. Oh, but it's worked out. Oh, another effort from Ross Barkley. This time saved by Courtois for a corner. We've had one of everything from Ross Barkley versus Courtois. A stupid miss, some terrible goalkeeping, and a shot straight at the keeper for a corner. See what we can do from the corner. Nothing. It was easily headed away this time. I think it was Militao. But Barkley with the second ball. Why did that not get up at all? Might have been in there. I think I was sort of aiming for Ismail Assar, who's coming in at the back post. But that's a good ball there for oh dear, for Eden Hazard. And is that another save? Must have been fingertip save from Jose Sa there, just flicking that one on. The long ball over the top really had us lost. Really, they were through completely. That did look like Erling Haaland on the bench there behind Weight Watchers Ancelotti. But the corners again come to nothing other than us sprinting away with the ball on the counter. And it's Ross Barkley again and another corner. Alright, that time it just sort of opened up. I was hoping for Ismail Assar to have made a run, but he was probably a bit late on it. But another corner for us, but that's too close to the giant. I'm not sure why they don't start Erling Haaland. And if it turns out that Vini Jr is on the bench too, I'm gonna start to question things with this game. I'm not gonna question why Sar's through there though. He is brilliant. I thought we were in with a shot there of getting the rebound. But another corner's been worked out of it. Dundunk with the long range effort possibly could have played through Ross Barkley, who was running just to our right, but I didn't want it to end up in an 18th shot from Ross Barkley. I don't know. 30 seconds to go in the half, and they've just brought on Modric for Goretzka. I don't really understand that one. But, halftime. Ross Barkley with another effort to round out the half, because it really has just been the Ross Barkley, shooting practice half. It's 1-0. Second half underway. Let's see what we can do with hopefully the same amount of chances. Or giving the ball away very easily to Benzema. But we've maybe hassled him out of that one. But giving it away. Saved by Jose Sarr. That was not a good start to the second half. Corner for Real Madrid. Corner number, 3, 4, something? This time headed away quite easily out to Rodrigo. They still got men forward here. And, yeah. Alright. You can't give Benzema too many goes, because he's just going to pick one out. That is absolutely unstoppable. There was nothing I could do there. When he received the ball there, just on the edge of the box, Roman Saiss had just given him that little bit of room, did try to close him down, but just nothing we could do about it. As soon as he got the ball, it was determined that he was going to just pop that one in the corner. 1-1, and an absolute horror start to the second half. Right, 5 minutes of turmoil. Let's just not any more of that, really. Benzema's running around like a headless chook. We've got it through for Ismail Assar to, I was going to say have a run at Carvajal, but Carvajal's won that battle quite easily. Maybe they just know that Ross Barkley's not that good, so they're letting him make it 2-1. Oh. I like it when it goes in my favour, you know? There's been so many times I've eaten my words with, possibly just did it before with them, but this time it's saying that Ross Barkley's average, and he makes it 2-1 against Real Madrid. He fends off Luka Modric quite well. Powerful effort, more or less straight at Courtois, who's had a bit of another nightmare there, and palmed it into his post, and it's ricocheted in. Alright, that's more like it, I guess. Real Madrid on level terms for 4 minutes, if that, and we're back in the ascendancy. Hopefully we can defend a bit better from now. For some reason, Modric is the holding midfielder, which I'm not fond of in a footballing sense. But I am... hate my words. I am fond of it in terms of us defending them. I thought I had that with the slide tackle. No passes open as I try to play out from the back. It's a real problem. But we've made it out just with a bit of, I'll say, creativity. But really, it was just turning around. And just keeping hold of the ball, I think, is a bit essential in this one. And we've got Semedo overlapping and in behind well. But his cross is a little bit behind and to no one. But we recycle, and we'll keep hold of that one. And put Ismail Assar in. He couldn't pick anyone out. Absolutely horrendous. That was an absolutely crucial intervention. That one from Nelson Semedo. If he doesn't make that, he's putting... Is it Hazard still on the left? I'm not sure. Oh, and it's led to... Oh, I was going to say 3-1. But instead, it's just a great chance for Pedro Neto that he unfortunately puts just that little bit wide. He tried to make it, bring it back with a bit of curve, but starts it a bit too far wide. And it remains 2-1, and they've brought on Erling Haaland, which isn't what we want to see or hear. Oh, but they've given us the ball straight away. So, that's more like it in terms of what we want. Oh, bloody hell. Haaland's thrown him off him there. My goodness. I don't know how we won the ball back there. Skin of our teeth sort of stuff. Oh, that's a beautiful little turn. Oh, bugger. Beautiful little, almost like a dummy, and then he spins in behind there from Raul Jimenez, but just the ball maybe a little bit slow, or really it's just Militao was too quick and got across there. Corner ball, 74 minutes in. Nothing we can do from it. But we do win the second ball, and we're able to float it in. Oh, it was almost on the head of Ross Barkley there. Would have been interesting if he had got a hat-trick after I called him average. Oh, but they're on for the counter here, and Vinagre not winning the ball nearly sold us. Clutch save this time again. Jose Sa salving the day. Get it? Another corner here for Real Madrid. They've just brought on Vini Jr. on the right wing. He would... Oh, saved. Thank God for Jose Sa. We're going to bring on a sub just to slow them down, just a touch. Really code for let me have a sip of drink and relax, maybe. Alright, we'll just clear that one, sure. Ooh, 79 minutes in. This has been quite the even contest at the end of the day. First half was not the Real Madrid you'd expect. Second half, much more like it from them, but we're able to just keep our noses in front at this stage. I hate to say it, but I might be a bit of a prick with the remaining 10 minutes or so. Might have to, lump the ball down the pitch. I might have to foul a little bit just to try and make sure of things a little bit. Oh, that was lucky for them. I'm not sure how that was a foul. More fresh legs coming on with, what is his name? Fabio Silva this time. Oh, this might be a counter-attacking opportunity. Look at this. This is insane. What's this, 5-on-3? Can we pick anyone out, though? Ruben Neves at the edge? No. And counter-attack for them. Well, that was less than satisfactory. And now it's a real counter for them. It's Carvajal, 87 minutes in. Modric giving it back to Carvajal, to Vini Jr, to Haaland, Jose Sa. What a save. That is 88th minute. Erling Haaland free inside the box. Just doesn't put enough on it, probably. Gives Jose Sa a bit too much of a chance to save that one, and save he does. He's had an absolute, just great game. Oh, don't worry. Dendoncker has missed his header. It's fallen onto the right boot of Niklas Süle, who's absolutely thumped it in at the near post, and we've blown it. Absolute looped corner. Dendoncker can't get there for whatever reason, and at his near post, Jose Sa can't do a thing because Niklas Süle has absolutely crunched it. That is horrifying. What were we meant to do there? Alright, 89 minutes in. Yeah, good. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? Alright, we've got, 3 minutes, maybe? I think it all comes back to that foul that shouldn't have been a foul. I'm going to blame it on that anyway. We've got Aiden O'Neill coming into the box, though. No. Oh, Neves might have been in there with the last chance, possibly. Although we've recycled it, and we might... Oh, no. Oh, Fabio Silva. Oh, corner ball. All right, can we repeat their feat? Fabio Silva has been in the goals recently. This time I just tried to fire one in, really. Just getting a shot away, hoping for the best. And we got a corner out of it. Can we do anything with it? No. And that might be it. That'll be it, surely. Yeah. 2-2 draw against Real Madrid. I can't be too mad. I am though. That sucks. So 20 minutes in, it was Ross Barkley just dancing his way through, walking through. Kroos gave up. Sula couldn't get there. Courtois couldn't save it for some reason. And we had a 1-0 lead going into halftime thanks to Ross Barkley's right foot. Just after the break, they were fairly dominant and it landed at the feet of Karim Benzema, who, with a swift turn, just placed that one right into the top corner. Look, there's not much I can say about that one, not much I could have done about it apparently. Sace did try to close him down, nearly got there. Sarr, valiant effort, didn't quite reach it. Right into the top corner for 1-1. Shortly after that, it was Ross Barkley again, just as I was calling him average. It was an average strike. It was not a good strike. It was not a game-winning goal, or a goal that is fit to win a game. Courtois probably even still too close to his near post, and that's why when he's gone to save it, he's palmed it into the post and it's gone in. I don't want to show this, honestly. A looped, terrible corner. Two defenders can't backtrack enough to just get a flick on it, do something to put Niklas Sula off his game. But he absolutely rifles in a right foot volley. All the class in the world, just inside the near post. And it finishes 2-2 against Real Madrid in the Champions League. So at the end of the day, not a terrible result. We are still ahead in the group with one game to play, which is against Marseille away at, what's their stadium called? Stade de Velodrome, maybe? I can't remember. Who's that? That's someone else maybe, I'm not sure. Something like that. Anyway, point is, next video will be our game against Marseille. We've got, I think, 3 games in the Premier League. We might have Burnley, Leeds and someone. Alright, I don't want to be a terrible host. It's Burnley, Brighton and Newcastle that we will have as highlights before we play Marseille away in the last game of our Champions League group. It was a toss-up between that and the following game is Liverpool, but then 2 games after Liverpool is Manchester City, who are actually second in the league table. So I thought it probably makes more sense to finish up the group stage, see how we went. You know, if we draw, we might finish second, probably finish second, because I'm assuming Real Madrid are going to beat Sparta. So hopefully we can get away with 3 points away at Marseille. We did have a draw against them in the home leg, so hopefully this time we can put them to bed, put our fears at rest, and get through the group stage leading the group. And that will do it for today's video. Thank you very, very much for watching. Leave a like down below if you've liked this one, if you've made it this far. Comment down below what you thought of the game, how you think you would have reacted had you conceded that volley to Niklas Sula. Subscribe if you're new to the channel if you want to see where the group stage takes us, where our next fixture against Real Madrid, Marseille puts us at the end of the day. Also make sure to follow us on the social medias down in the description. I'm going to be trying to put out more just football related content on the Instagram, not just posts about what's happening on the YouTube channel. And until next time, when we finish up our group stage Champions League adventure, peace.